And Channel 9 first brought you this story of the arrest of Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez, and we continue to dig into that investigation tonight. I'm Martha Sigalski. We have a live look at the Lake County Jail tonight, where Sheriff Lopez is behind those walls right now known as inmate number 159-097. Normally, he's putting suspects in places like this. Now he is finding himself in that same situation. He is in a separate living area right now for his protection. We were there as he was arrested this morning. He arrived expecting a meeting with HSI at the federal building in Orlando. He was led in the front door. Minutes later, though, he was cuffed and then walked out. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer says it stems from his participation in an illegal gambling operation. The location is now a Mexican restaurant, but officials say this is where a casino once existed. Only we were there as it all unfolded in Orlando early this morning, and we've been breaking all the new developments ever since. Channel 9 investigative reporter Shannon Butler has been following this story for years. She's joining us live right now. Shannon, you were there when he went from sheriff to suspect in cuffs.
Yeah, it was quick. It was just minutes, actually, after he walked into that federal building. He was stripped of his badge and his gun. No interview. He was loaded instead in the back of a car and taken to jail. Marcos Lopez walked into this federal building this morning, but just minutes later, stripped of his gun and his badge, put in handcuffs and read his rights, asking agents what this was all about. What it was about was a months-long investigation for racketeering. Today, he was arrested and booked in the Lake County Jail. According to HSI, the investigation started in 2023. The allegations that Marcos Lopez was involved in a massive gambling operation, one that was up and running here in Central Florida, not only in Osceola County, but also in Lake County. It's also one that brought in more than $20 million. Investigators saying it all started after Lopez took office in 2020. The gambling operations were allowed to set up illegally and run in his county, all in exchange for cash. Investigators writing, quote, Sheriff Lopez played a multifaceted role in expanding and protecting this illegal enterprise while using his office to shield the enterprise from law enforcement. He was immediately suspended by the governor, as others were also arrested. But this could be just the beginning. Investigators telling us more warrants are being served and more arrests could be coming. Now I'm told in this investigation we could be looking at least a dozen people. We don't know if they are witnesses or they will be suspects, but we do know multiple people now involved. As for Sheriff Lopez, he will see a judge tomorrow morning, but for right now, no bond, Martha.
Reporting, Shannon, thanks so much. And as we mentioned, a new sheriff is now running Osceola County. We continue our team coverage with Channel 9's Scott Martin at the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. And Scott, you were the first reporter to talk to the newly appointed sheriff, Chris Blackmon.
Martha, yeah, just moments after he walked out of these doors here at the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. And something I want to point out to you is we saw on social media the agency stripping Marcos Lopez's name off of the accounts, but you'll notice his name is still here on the door here at the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. Now, regarding the man appointed now as interim sheriff, he has more than 3 decades of law enforcement service, and he says right now his focus is going to be stabilizing this department. There's a new sheriff in Osceola County after Thursday's bombshell arrest of now ousted Marcos Lopez, rocking the entire agency.
It is a shock to the agency, a shock to the system, if you want to call it that. We're trying to give them the best information we could on where we're at and what's going forward.
Chris Blackmon's career as a Florida Highway Patrol trooper started back in 1990, most recently serving as chief of the Central Florida region.
We'll investigate any crimes in Osceola County, and we'll take it to its 10th degree to see where it goes.
He says he plans to bring stability, leadership, and humility to the department. His message to the community is that there are dedicated deputies and investigators with the same mission to protect and serve.
We have a lot of great people here to do the job, and it's my job to put them in a position to succeed. And we're going to protect the community and protect the children, because I think protecting the children is paramount to me in all communities.
Blackmon says his main concern is crime and working to reduce crime in Osceola County. Now, he also asked Sheriff Blackmon about any other people with the sheriff's office being investigated. He said that it was under FDLE's jurisdiction right now and that he could not comment on any of that at this time. Reporting live outside the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, I'm Scott Martin, WFTV Tonight.
And this isn't the first time Lopez has made headlines. He's been involved in several scandals. Osceola County's once top law enforcement officer could now face up to 30 years in prison. The now suspended sheriff will enter his plea for racketeering and conspiracy to commit charges during an arraignment on June 30th. Lopez claimed to have accidentally posted a photo of the body of 13-year-old Madeline Soto, his personal Instagram page, less than 24 hours after that missing teen was found dead in the woods. He was added to the Brady list, which tracks misconduct among law enforcement. And the now suspended sheriff is not the only one implicated in this case. He has 4 other alleged accomplices. Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb is learning more about the other people identified by the Attorney General's office.
On the club's TikTok, you can see Eclipse Social Club repeatedly promoting gambling. The social media page calls the establishment a casino with a lot, fish tables and computer games with daily promotions. You can see the wall of the building lined with at least 20 video slots and other gaming machines. But according to the court documents, this is where the 5, including Sheriff Marcos Lopez, was involved in racketeering, an illegal gambling operation. According to the state business record, Sheldon Witherholt was the manager of this social club. Ying Zhang, who also goes by Kate, is listed. Witherholt, Zhang, and Marcos Lopez are accused of keeping the gambling house, unlawfully having slot machines, and setting up or promoting a lottery. State prosecutors say Sheriff Lopez and Ying Zhang were also involved with money laundering, so disguising the money collected from this illegal gambling operation. 2 other women are listed in court documents as employees or agents of this operation, including Sharon Frederick and Carol Coate.
Ashlyn Webb, WFTV Tonight.
Of course, we have continuing coverage of the arrest of Sheriff Marcos Lopez and the fallout from this major case on air and online at WFTV.com.